In photography, light and bright and colorful has been in, but we're starting to see a look from the past make sort of a slow and steady comeback. And really, black and white photos have a timeless appeal. It's when and how you use this look that can be the decision maker. According to my next guest, photographer Jessica Kettle is here to teach us how to shoot our own everyday photos in the classic black and white. It's so good to see you, sister.
So good to see you.
And I was just telling you during the commercial break, you are such a tastemaker and such a trend maker. And I think you really helped first lead our aesthetic eye toward light and bright. What are you liking about the moodier effect?
I think that, you know, color trends change with photography in the same way that they do with clothes or with fashion or with home decor. And I feel like we're seeing a little bit of a trend back to neutrals and to more natural tones, like just a little bit earthier and darker. And black and white just always has a place. That's what's so fun about black and white photography.
I'll use that word classic again, or timeless. From a photography perspective though, Jess, what does it do for you? What does black and white, if you're looking at a color photo and a black and white photo, what does the black and white offer you that maybe the color doesn't?
Oh, so many things. I think that the biggest one for me is that, you know, as I mentioned with trends, color trends with editing have really changed over the years.
Yeah.
But black and white is always classic. It naturally has just kind of like a more artistic, heirloom quality feel that kind of stands the test of time better.
Are we shooting in black and white, or are we just filtering, affecting in black and white?
No, I always shoot in color because I always want to have options. You never want to erase the option of having a color photo, but the editing's where it's at.
And is this something we can do on our iPhone or our Android?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, even easier probably.
Than pulling out the real camera and learning it as the pros do, like Jessica does. So black and white isn't always the chosen aesthetic, but you say there are a lot of times it can work. And we're going to share some examples during a nostalgic moment or some sort of a throwback vibe. That's a time when black and white can really punch it home.
Yes, I love to use black and white photos for milestones and moments. I have a photo of my kids blowing out their candles every year in black and white that's similar to that. I love like moments in the hospital with new babies. I just think it captures something different than what we see when color is the main player, and it just allows to have a really classic feel over the years for as you collect your favorite photos.
I love that you've captured and wrapped up all of these beautiful moments with the word nostalgia, because I do think there's something as you look at these moments and you see them through the black and white lens, it's almost like a heart hiccup. Like it takes your breath away, like you feel like you're there. And light and airy can do the same thing for a different reason, bringing joy, but the black and white does bring nostalgia.
Yeah.
It does take you to that space. Does the same effect happen in your opinion with video, black and white video?
Totally. I'm not a videographer by the professional sense whatsoever, but I have loved playing with black and white iPhone videos. This was my daughter's 13th birthday, and I think as reels have kind of become popular, we're all kind of becoming cinematographers these days. And I think it allows that same kind of artistic, emotive feel to our little family videos and moments.
Is there a specific mode that you shoot the video in the first place?
Yes, I am obsessed with cinematic mode. If you have an iPhone, it's like similar to portrait mode, where it gives you kind of a blurred out background, but it's in video. And a lot of people I feel like still don't know about it, but I am obsessed with cinematic mode.
I think I just cracked the code whenever I FaceTime with my sister. I'm like, why do you look so good? Maybe it's just because I'm tired, but I think it's the cinematic.
Yes.
This cinematic effect. It takes up a little more storage on your phone, doesn't it, if you do it that way?
I think it might, but I don't care. I just do it anyway.
You just love it. Where are you editing? Lightroom, or are there apps that work?
Yes, I'm a huge fan of Lightroom. I do all of my video and photo editing there. I'm not sure actually if you can edit video without the pro mode. So also a really popular one is Visco. It's free, it's easy, good options.
I mean, and how do you feel about those Jessica Kettle presets? Because I love them.
I'm a fan. And you can also use presets on videos, which is really, really fun.
That is fun. That is fun. When is another example of when black and white might be better than color? Like, I'm thinking of classic portraits.
Yes.
That's a good time, I think, to bring out that moodier tone.
Yeah. Well, you know how our parents always would hang all the school pictures in a row?
Yes, down the hall.
Yes, I kind of like to have black and white portraits that can be taken at all different times. They can be posed portraits like some of these, or they could just be moments kind of captured on the fly. But I love looking at different photos of the same child in black and white. There's 2 photos of my son, Max.
Look at that handsome boy.
I love that. Oh, look at this is a few summers away, and you see that comparison in a similar way that you might have with school photos. It's just a snapshot in time. That's an iPhone one right there, portrait mode, love that. But it's a great way to kind of compare, and I also think when you're doing black and white, it lends itself really well to a gallery wall if you want to pair some of these classic portraits as well as some of those timeless moments that are more kind of snapshots of your life.
They all
makes
kind
a
of
great
belong
gallery.
if they're in the same
It ties them all together, even if they're different places and people.
You like the emotional photos to be black and white, anytime emotion's being demonstrated.
Yeah, I think that sometimes color can kind of steal the show. And I think that there's something instantly a little bit more soulful about photos that are in black and white. I feel like I look at the expression more, I look at movement more, sometimes textures, like, you know, we always see a blue sky. I'm looking at clouds and the textures and the light in a really different way. You know, this is a photo of light that becomes the center stage. Or for sports, I do a lot of black and white because the movement becomes the subject. It just kind of shifts your focus.
It almost removes distraction.
Yes.
In the photo and allows you to look at something different in a different way. And of course, obvious application, but Halloween's coming up. You can have some fun with this too. Doesn't have to just be emotional and moody. You can have some fun.
Yes, we love, love, love a moody Halloween photo.
Oh,
and I think
so good.
The biggest tip on Halloween is don't put your camera away once trick-or-treating starts.
Okay.
Of course, we all get the cute pictures of the kids in the costumes, but I think these little trick-or-treating moments are so, so sweet.
Oh, Jess, you're so good. Thank you always for letting us see and learn through your lens. Where can we see more of your work and be inspired?
You can find me on Instagram at Jess Kettle, or you can snag my presets at jessicakettle.com/presets.
Love those presets. Not just saying it because she's sitting here. It's all I use. Thank you so much.